Got fry myself. Got fry myself. Don't want that. But it's not like I can play somewhere. Oh.
We missed you at the makeup meeting yesterday morning. You're a normal for Wednesday morning makeups.
Oh. Hey, good, like,
Good, sir.
good.
Be staying busy for sure.
Well, I hope we get a little chance to not have some call.
Rain help.
Yeah, it does.
That wind, it blew in South Carolina, back out in Atlantic.
Well, they have what's the storms coming across the country, so. I thought we got that one here. We got some of them close, some of them both. Lake City player, his start. Best sort of wow.
It kind of splits and
It
goes
does,
around.
it does.
It was with his around.
That heat coming up, I think, but even after they quit putting, discharge in there, I think it's still more stable deal. Really. Anyway, I got me a new app on my phone, but the point, what it is, slept body and remember what it is.
Doing well, Eric?
I'm hanging in there. How you doing? I'm waiting for this pollen to die down myself. I wasn't thinking. I got back. I was out in San Francisco visiting Carla, and then I got back, and it was that first warm day.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's so wonderful. I opened up all the windows in the house. Didn't even think about it. Next morning, I could barely breathe,
Yeah.
and everything was clogged up. Yep. Hey, well, that's the other problem right now. Since then, I'm like, great. Now I've got like pollen everywhere.
I get some of the food. So you got the important stuff, good. Oh, yeah. Have plenty of time.
Hmm.
Shit, oh, these. That's what you tell. Supposed to be properly. Talk about it. Talk about the whole, freedom there. They're closing. Yeah. Yes. Stay aside on the phone. Wow, impressive. That's pretty good. Had pretty much ended up there. Sure. Yeah. The Bible, the same road that is there. Good girl, close. Has it probably set aside on phone? I tell you what, here's what I'll do. I'll do that phone. I'll put it both places.
For more than 8
No,
years.
that's pretty good.
They won't say that.
Oh,
If you do that, you're
also come back.
okay, God. But before,
It's still a vision.
what?
Okay.
People's people.
Oh, she is.
The only good thing to come out of the 1950s.
Yeah, well, I'm going to.
finances to be
I think you get it.
Get it? She's good. They have the
Well,
club.
Still shocked, still
Gracious.
Test.
That was. Yeah. You know, sort of like, that's perfectly good cucumber. Put it in brine. Nobody sees it happen, nobody hears it happen. Nobody knows when it happens, for sure. It's lived in a long enough.
I'm looking for a schedule. Yeah. Okay, I'll see what's wrong.
One of the dogs that go back.
Oh, that's great.
You stand right behind Mary Ann, you got caught. Someone standing right behind Mary Ann. Yeah. The mother was in the hospital. She had, just fish, they were wolves. And long as they were on the strap. So the old ladies that, during the life, that was going on. So, Mary Ann. They both made it. Happy to visit.
Definitely, I had lunch, you know, we get there, we walk through, so they were,
Some of the excitement. Early.
lunch is this way,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, they're in Central City. And then, he had to go up there. But they were having chicken, yeah, and it's all, yeah, I don't come now. Anyway, right down those stairs. Right next door, we'll understand. Well.
Yep, I have a visitor for you.
All right.
Oh. Is.
Yes.
Also. Yeah.
They knew that. Fell into the chair, both chairs. The chair, either one had put a patch on it. So I'm always been one of
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
yeah. Well, look. Went backstairs, upstairs. And I still remember going right outside the dance center, so. There was a hole in the ceiling. So. I know, with it. I don't know what you put in. Not called true. Yeah. It's a daily place, yeah. And I don't know, Harlem, you know. Felt that. Told me about it. I was school. I drove down here. I got on the first, let's say like this. No, I think I paid. But they, Go down here.
I just don't work on that, Amazon, the old. Yeah, Walmart has it mostly. Steven? I just quick and quick.
Yeah, what's that? We go back to, pretty much sometime in the World War II,
I didn't.
black cloud, delivery black peace. I was thinking of black pretty much red. Whole thing we have is all. Those, team development that came in, like this Tyndale. They put an old pump suit. That's our farmers parking lot was. Put a little sawmill up there, and they were sawing out. So they had brought the lumber there, and they sawed out the houses, they sent a crew to build a house. They had pretty good, yeah, heroes, but. Well, those things were there, when we moved here. We lived there for 5, so they just paid for free.
So Joy,
Look, that town. Well, they have land out there.
Okay, well,
Don't start it, man.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Landlocked, they have to turn to a hand. It's still. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's something parking that is big. Good, you know, centrally located, you can.
Come on, you check on Jerry.
No, it's spring break. It needed a few days out of our last.
Well, I would work that way, I wanted to pour out that, that's like this.
Just left it.
How about that?
Yes. That's what I was saying.
How you doing? I'm at this young lady Saturday. She's 19 years old. Most of the fun stuff. Okay. Rubber.
Still got 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 kilos.
Chicken.
It's something great. Yeah.
Oh, menu is good. Yeah, that's not bad.
Like, okay, I'm not a little bit behind. Like that color.
Little, oh, oh, yeah, that's where it's going. It's,
No.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You doing, you?
I do there.
Hey, I'm on. Oh. Very good. This is their. Hey, Mark. You did tell me that's not gonna be about that.
Okay. I'm missing last week. Yeah, he's out. Good to see Al. Oh, yes.
Did this thing get bigger?
We now have enough.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. That just makes you not. Gentlemen, how y'all doing? Pretty good. Hey, Holmes. Nice to see you.
Check these things close. Here you go. Check these things close. Oh, yeah, pretty close. Down. The speaker here moved to Douglas. They have a plan to open that transfer. Got to check. Got to check. I've set up for the. I'll find out who's the town. Depending on what day it is, Jason. So sad.
They put wheels on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, and like the cables never left, so it's like.
Pretty much. All right.
Are you doing the presidentship?
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, finding figure out if there's
Nice.
Yes. Hi, hi. Yeah, the first time I've seen it. Okay.
Jennifer, how are you? That's not very honest. Yeah.
The youngest. Yeah. This I wrote I'm sure they do this on purpose. I have permission. I'm fine. I'll come back.
What's that? That's hard. Thank you. That's trouble two. Trouble one. Trouble two. Yeah. We got the inspector. There you go. That's right. Supreme Court judge.
They never.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Welcome to the April 3rd meeting of the Rotary Club of Milledgeville. Let Eric do what he does. I feel like a munchkin. They've raised this thing since I was president. I don't remember it being quite this tall. I feel like a munchkin.
Are you sure you didn't shrink this up?
That's a possibility too. Yeah, they put wheels on it, I guess. I like a little. Here, keep going. Okay. All right. Yes. And now that our Rotarian of the day has just come in.
All right, everyone, take care with me. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here today, in fellowship and in service to our community. Lord, we thank you for this town, this county, our state, and this country. Lord, we pray your blessings upon us. Lord, we thank you for this food and nourishment in our bodies to God service. We bless you and we pray. Amen.
United States of America, to the republic which advances one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
And four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First
Is the truth.
Second, third,
Better friendships.
fourth.
Beneficial to all concerned.
Is it fun?
Yes.
Thank you, Stephanie. All right, as you sit down, remember to put your spare change in our little cart cups there. And who is doing our guests and raffle today? We've got a lot of guests today. Eric? You should have just stayed standing here.
So we have 4 guests today.
Yay.
Let's see, we'll start with Margaret Liggett. Margaret is visiting from the Valdosta Rotary. Welcome. And let's see. Kristen here. Kristen, you want to introduce your guest?
So Carly Johnson became a friend of my daughter's at a young age. She has since graduated from GMC. She's about to graduate from GMC Junior College. She's a realtor with me at Pickling Lake Country. She's been accepted to UGA. She came to our STEM project on Saturday.
Fantastic.
And she was like, I really have to come here. After seeing what all you did, she was just really encouraged.
Hi, everybody.
We've got Mark Morris. Mark is visiting from the Lanier Rotary Club.
Lanier Forsyth.
Okay, Lanier Forsyth.
Okay,
all right. The Lanier Forsyth. Welcome, Mark. Oh, Maurice, would you like to introduce your guest?
Yes, I would. I would like to introduce everybody to Dr. Quincy Brooke. She is the incoming superintendent for Baldwin High School this year, and we're glad to have her here.
And let's see, where's the, are you gonna take a bunch of, oh, here.
Oh,
All right. Let's see, Dr. Brooks, would you like to?
no pressure.
Oh, good, it's not my turn. Okay. We got 6097. Ends with 6097.
John Jackson.
For
Queen Hearts.
Queen of Hearts.
King of Hearts.
Oh, so
I know.
Sure.
Since I got the drawing, I'm starting a happy dog. I like it.
all right.
Well, I like the example. Thank you, Bill.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bill.
All
All right. Okay, is William here? No. Any prayer requests? Is anybody else is the pollen trying to kill you? So, yeah, like, can we have like a prayer request for everybody that's suffering right now? Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Ugh. All right, community announcements. What's going on in town? Friday is First Friday. Golf is the theme.
Concert at GMC tonight and, Grand Tattoo tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
You're getting a tattoo tomorrow?
Grand Tattoo.
Oh, okay. Happy all the time.
Nice. Lockerly's plant sale is coming up April 25th and 26th. I'll put it on your calendars. We're taking it up a notch this year. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to have vendors there selling everything from recycled art, stained glass art, maybe some pottery as well. And then also, if you've ever been interested in having a pollinator garden or a butterfly garden at your place, we're actually going to have a butterfly garden in a box. You can actually just buy the box and take it home with you. You don't have to think about what plants to get and whatever. So we'll have host plants and nectar plants in the box as well. And then people who volunteer at Lockerly are called our dirt diggers. And the dirt diggers are all donating plants from their own yards to be sold in the plant sale. So right now we've got 200 daylilies potted up that have been donated to us. Everything from red hot poker to a juga, coneflower, black and blue salvia. If you guys have never seen that one, it's really stunning. Linda Pointer grows it in her front yard, and she's giving us a bunch of it. It's really fabulous. So April 25th and 26th for the plant sale. Sorry, I'm subbing in as president today. I couldn't resist, but use it as a plug for Lockerly. So, all right. Is there any club business? I'm not on the board anymore, so I don't know. Anything else?
I just want to thank the club and all those volunteers that showed up for the STEM day on Saturday. It was wonderful. I think the girls learned a lot, but we couldn't do it without the volunteers and of course, Trina Howell, who oversaw that, and Fred partnered with me to coordinate it. So thank you, everybody. It was just a great day.
Awesome. Thank you, Norris. Any other club business? No? All right. Well, with that, we will roll right into our program and, Oh, you are gonna, well, I was trying to let him eat.
Give her a double.
We got a special edition of Happy Dollar.
Oh, boy.
Check it out, y'all. We got our district citation, our goals. We can earn 2 points if we do a polio fundraiser. Okay. So we decided, it was quick, we talked about it through email last couple of days, and said, hey, what better way than to just turn Happy Dollars into a fundraiser for Polio Plus. So we quickly got on the horn, called up our good friend Wendell, right? Because we already know can't nobody do it like him. So he said, you know what? He said, I'm booked. He said, I'm flying back from Atlanta right now. She said, but let me check my schedule and I'll get back with you. I saw him pull up in the parking lot. I said, I'm not gonna let him be late by himself. So I walked in here with him. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a Happy Dollar fundraiser specifically for Polio Plus. So give us your good news. Wendell, take it away, man.
Man, you said fundraiser, that's FUND, not fun. we're gonna have some fun, but ain't some funds as well, all right? And Bill, thank you for starting this today, so thank you so much. Hey, hold on, wait a minute, where's my thing up there? There we go, all right, so.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, you need a bucket.
All right,
Kristen will get you.
yeah, okay, then.
Let's fill it up.
What I wanna do, I do wanna start, thank you, Bill. I do wanna start, let's raise some money for Polio Plus today and have a good time doing it, and let's share some great news. I do wanna start, my first, I'll match your 10 and go 10 more, with, and my good friend Alan Dariso, we all know passed away this week. Alan's, was the guy when I first got here. You know, you move to a new town, right? You miss all the little league, you miss all the gymnastics and all that kind of scouts and all that. So we moved to our children old. And man, every time I went in somewhere, I could count on Alan Dariso welcoming me. So that is a tremendous power. He's being welcomed in heaven right now, far too early for us. And I just want to say I love you, brother. Okay. And we're going to celebrate you. All right. Anyway, all right, so let's start with that. And then now I want to show our new superintendent all the great things that we got going on in this town. So my next 10 is for you, Dr. Brooks. We're glad to have you. And you and I are going to have yeah. So why don't you tell us what was so attractive about this position? Why don't you just start with tell us that? And also, let's introduce yourself, because she's new. We need to let her know who you are. Maybe tell her, so I'm Wendell Staten. I serve as Director of Athletics at Georgia College, all right? And you're gonna hear me say Georgia College about a million times.
I did not. Let me tell you, my son, before the legislators changed dual enrollment, he was a freshman in high school. And his first dual enrollment, I would drive him to Georgia College, and he fell in love with learning.
Yes.
He was able to get a fantastic scholarship at Georgia Tech, and I'm telling you, I know that the foundation started. He started in chemistry, and then he took physics at Georgia College.
Awesome. Love
and
it.
so we loved it. We loved it.
So tell us what was exciting about this opportunity for you. Just a little 30,000 foot view.
Yeah, well, to begin with, I grew up in Covington, Georgia, and so it has just always been exciting for me. If you know, 40 years ago, Covington was a tiny little blip on the map. We had Dairy Queen and a Jim Stalby's. And so when I started driving and my family would let us go out, we couldn't go into Atlanta, but we could come to the city of Milledgeville.
Yes.
And so some of the happiest memories growing up was coming out here, going to the lake, going to your mall. You had a mall.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
We have a small.
oh no, you know, as a 16-year-old girl, like, you know, in Covington, it was something. And so really all our happy times were spent out here. And so it has always just been special in my heart. So many family friends, their children do go to Georgia College. And so we've been so close to that. And knowing the work that Dr. Price and the Board of Education has committed to the community and to the students has just been so inspiring. So being able to do what I love, I've been a superintendent for 6 years. We actually moved our family down to South Georgia, out by Fort Benning, and just to be able to learn and grow there, but to be able to bring that experience here, be close to home, be, you know, right there off 441, has just been remarkable. So everyone in this community has just had their arms wide open. I've been in the schools for this week and the classrooms. Our children are amazing. So every class I've been in, great kids, eager, good things are happening. And so my goal is to just come in here, learn, and to serve. I want this community to be so proud of their school system, because it is a dynamite school system, and we just want to put that out even further and deeper, and for folks to see all the potential that's here, and just to make us shine and get you more students.
Got it. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Thank you
That's
so
my good
much.
news.
Thank you. I'm gonna match you. There we go. All right, let's introduce yourself. Tell us some good things about what's happening in your life and in our community. Okay. Yes, sir. Mark.
Well,
Tell us who you are, Mark.
my name is Mark Taylor. I had something to do with Georgia College. I'm not sure what. We'll talk later. Anyway, as many of you have told me many times, I've outhunted my coverage. I'm the luckiest guy around. I get all that too. But one of the things I'm most lucky about is that we have tickets to the Masters. Yes. And for the first time in 5 years, my legs are strong enough to be able to walk 4 times. I'm going, so I will not see you all next. Hey.
So polio plus my turn, earn my pen. Who's gonna help us do that? Okay, and knowing that I was gonna earn my pen, I made a list. So number 1 is my granddaughter who goes to where?
Georgia got
Came back from Texas, we played in the College Band Directors National Association All College Band. And she's graduating May 10th and enrolling in the Master of Arts Teaching program at
Georgia got
Board recognized a wonderful group of students the other night. Our saxophone group was supposed to be heard us. And we just came back from Knoxville where we played with the North American Saxophone Alliance. We were one of only 2 high schools in the entire Southeast that was invited. Everybody else was college. So we were proud of that. Many of you know that I've got 2 collies plus 3 others at home now, but my dogs are all therapy, the collies are therapy dogs. And so we've been taking them out to war veterans homes, nursing homes, all over. And now they're certified in the READ program. So we've taken them, we've been doing this, we've taken them to libraries and children have been reading to them. So that's one more. Third, 4th on my list is the 3 generations birthday this weekend. I've got a grandson turning 16, a daughter turning 50, and I'm turning 1. And then finally, this is a reminder, could have done this other announcement, but we're hosting our speech contest at Baldwin High School this weekend. If you would like to have coffee, store-bought muffins, but great inspiring speeches, come join us. It's going to be at 9 o'clock. At the high school in the auditorium.
Fantastic, Jay, thank you.
I'm Jay Wiltshire, I think we briefly met, but I'm secretary of the organization and I work part-time at Georgia College down in Baldwin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank God. Who's that here? Frederick. Yeah. Let's do you all. What you doing?
Hi, my name is Frederick Ellington. I'm the quality person at Central State Hospital. Been a resident of Millersville, Baldwin County for about just over 5 years now. Love to call it home. And I'm glad, thank you for your words about our children, because we do have very special children here involved. I have the pleasure of being a coach, as well as doing service projects with the multiple schools in the community, and we do have amazing children. So I got $20 here. I'm going to give into the Happy Dollars Fund towards Polio Plus. And so let me just tell you a quick story. So last week, my son actually went on a field trip, and it was an exclusive field trip. Everything was paid for, but we sent him down with a little bit of pocket change, right? So he called us. It was a 3-day trip. He called us on the second day. He texted me and his mom on the second day and said, "Need more money." So we said 3 words back and said, "No pay due." So the reason why I'm happy about that is because it really gave him an opportunity to learn what budgeting is all about. And we use that opportunity to give him that message and educate him on that. Especially, 4 years from now, he'll be graduating, going off to college, hopefully. And we definitely want him to learn that now before he goes on that journey. So I'm very happy that he actually had experience that was going to teach him something that's you all know is important to your lives when you become an adult and you're on your own. So here's $20.
Thank you. Yes, great.
Hi, I'm Dawn, I'm, the treasurer here,
Last night.
Adams, Dawn Adams, and yes, I went to Georgia College, and yes, my son went to Georgia College. This is what mine's for, my son graduates with his master's, he moved to Indiana once he graduated here, he's graduating his master's in May, so I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Me and my oldest son fly up and see him. This is from Tamara, she wasn't here today, but she wanted me just to say, in support of Polio Plus, thanking all the club members for everything that we do. That's what she wanted to say.
Awesome. That is quite a donation here. We're going to donation right there. Who got something to say? Yes, sir.
I'm Mark Morris. I am a visitor here today, but my temptation is to brag on my new best friend, Mark, who has tickets to the match. I do want to brag on one of your other citizens that I know for a fact is not in town today. For a period, I served in the Georgia House of Representatives, and your senator served in the House with me, Ricky Williams. I know he's not here today because they're in their final days of the session, but I want to say to you, this community is so blessed to have Ricky represent you in Atlanta. He is not only a man of character and integrity, but he knows how to reach across to those that we don't know, that he doesn't always agree with, and bring them together. He introduced me to Milledgeville probably 5 or 6 years ago, took me around on a tour. During that time, we purchased a place here last year, self-storage business. I own a staffing company called the Talmadge Group. And later today, I'm going to be looking at office space for our company here to Milledgeville.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Gray. I retired a year ago from Georgia Military College, worked with Dr. Price on 1,000 things. I really like being a granddad. Now that's my new job. I have 2 grandchildren. They want to see Mickey next week.
Yes. Yeah. Good stuff, right? Yes. Right, awesome. Get you. Oh, really? I like that. I like
I
that.
get them. I'm holding lead, and that is an honor of Alan Dixon.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes,
I
sir.
hired Alan back in 1990, straight out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Good man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And also, when you join Rotary, Halsey, if you don't show up, he'll let you know.
Right, so I got a couple things. So I mentioned before, my oldest is a physician. He hadn't had a break since he graduated from high school. So he went to Georgia Tech, spent the summers up there doing research, went straight to medical school. And the boy hadn't had a break. So he's getting 6 weeks off, taking a sabbatical. He's 36 years old. I mean, really not a break since he's 18. So he's coming home for a few weeks. And so we're excited to see him. So that's the first one. The second one, Maurice, thank you for all you did for the business. You did a great job. Dr. Brooks, we all look forward to working with you and whatever we can do. So
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, did you tell them who you are there?
I'm Jack Pratt.
Okay, all right.
I got two.
Tell them who you are.
I'm sorry, I'm Eric Walter, I'm basically a member. But
Not true.
Every last call with a catch in the city.
my wife is not in the club anymore, but my wife is Carla with a C.
Yes.
Eric with a K. But welcome to you as well. So first one's a little sad. My brother, many of you know, passed away in January. Last weekend we had the interment ceremony and sort of put his urn with his ashes away, which in some ways is a good thing. Sort of finished. That's kind of amazing. And then the second thing is one of my closest friends. He lives up in DC, but he and I are basically the same age. And I'm just gonna say, you know, it's one of those zero ending years. And he doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna be there for it on Sunday. I'm flying up on Saturday. He doesn't know. And we'll see. And so I'm very excited about that. And it just as a preface, when I had my birthday in October, he and his wife showed up here without me knowing it. I came into my living room and I'm like, what the hell? I'm looking forward to something like that. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. That's right.
Have a couple of things, of course, that we have a new superintendent, and we're so glad you're here. She's had a great 3 days in the Baldwin County School District. And then the fact that we have gotten so much support for the First Reader Program, which you know is where we give a book to students every month to ensure that they are reading on grade level by the time they get to us and their parents get activities that they get to do. So we got a donation already from the Rotary Club, we got a donation from the Century Bank, we got a donation from Exchange Club, and we also got a donation from Walmart. So.
You got a donation from us, just that we got here.
Citizens Bank and Exchange Bank, so we have had this incredible support from the community to make sure that we get early literacy into the homes of our children, and I'm so thankful for that. So that's a celebration. That we know that literacy is important, and the community has rallied around it and is supporting that initiative. So thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Dr. Pryor. Oh, I like this. It all gets counted.
Oh.
Yeah, put it in there. Yeah, thank you, the change machine. Yes, yes.
I'm Jan Harden, met a little earlier, and I'm the youth services chair here in the club, but I'm the local high school interact advisor also on that. They raised $47.05.
Yeah.
I'm Terry Kennedy with Exchange Bank. I don't have $40, but I'm gonna brag on my grandkids, talk about the school system. So I'm gonna say my daughter graduated from Georgia College, that was a while ago. I've had children, go through the school system, the public school system. I have a granddaughter who, they call her Mini Terry, so watch out. A lot of her would very much be, I'm kind of scared, but anyway, she's a third grader at GMC. I have an 11th grader at GMC Colby. He's running track for the first time, doing great football. Caden is 6'3" now, playing AAU basketball over at Veterans High School in Warner Robins. You'll see him on the court one day. I promise you that. He is amazing. He has a talent. I mean, we just got to bring it in there. And then many of you know my Cameron. I'm so proud of him. He is a sophomore at Georgia Tech, running D1 track. And I tell you, to watch him on television, on ESPN, when you hear his name, it is like, oh my God. So yes, he aspires to be in the Olympics, and one day I have to be able to tell you that. So I'm very proud of him.
Here's George College.
Yes.
And I'm amazed. I got to at least, put another 10 since Wendell put a 20 in there. Put a 20 in there, right? So I came back with a lot of it. Other thing is, I want to let you know, that Seth can tell a little bit more about it. I don't steal his thunder, but today and yesterday today and tomorrow, is alumni chapels. All you alumni, you need to get out there and at least give $5. I'm gonna give you $5 right now, just in case I don't get it. You know, they have to do at least a $5 challenge. So anyway,
Yeah.
we love Georgia College.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Since we're in the South, Bill Jones.
Yes. Make sure you introduce yourself so she knows
John Jackson, I work at Georgia College.
Yes.
Wife graduated from Georgia College. And my son attended Georgia College early college. There we go. Got it. I want to share, last weekend I got to participate in the Girl STEAM program. And so there was about probably 60 girls there. Dr. Price stood up, introduced everybody, and asked them if they knew what Rotary was. And a bunch of little girls, big eyes looking, and the one hand goes up, it's my daughter. And I'm like, oh, let's fix this. And she said, Rotary helps people. Rotary makes a difference in people's lives. And she shared the example of where she went and helped give out Thanksgiving baskets and made Thanksgiving baskets. And I was so proud, one as a father, but two, that I'm part of an organization that's doing that. And my daughter understands it. So, great moment.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Seth Walker, I'm Vice President of Management at Georgia College. So I gave one from my son, who turns 8 years old on Saturday.
Yes.
And then another one, Bill already took my thunder, but nothing but hits giving like giving. So since you're all in a giving mood and all these alumni, we're all going to get to Georgia College. It's our alumni giving challenge once a year. We make a big push for our alumni. If you fund athletics, Wendell will be appreciative as well. So give.gcsu.edu.
On your phone, and I believe by 3 o'clock today, we had 300 donors. You get a big match. So whatever you give, we appreciate it. Yes.
I'm Bobby Murphy Insurance. Here's my diploma. This is right here.
That's your card. Yes, sir. Look at that. That's a Georgia College.
Because when I was going to school, your identification number was your social security numbers on the card. You get your social security card out when you did your card, when you did your type, your assignments, you put your social security number on the card. But I was digging through and found this other day, I said it'd be kind of funny, it's 1980, early 80s.
You don't have to name it.
That's right, everything's.
Well, like I say, they'll give you your diploma.
Here's $20, just saying, blessed to be, thinking of Jeff and Terry. I picked my grandkids up last night and we went and had dinner. I just called up, we go to dinner, we went to dinner, had ice cream, so nothing like spending time with grandkids, the time just gets away from you, get to think about it, so gotta do what you can, and they're great kids, both good in school. Got a great business going right now. Business is good for us. I got a great work staff, so everything's good right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob.
I too, and I love my business.
Yeah.
However, my oldest is at Georgia Southern, and I have another freshman that's at John Village here in town, and all A's. I mean, they're good kids. I can't brag on them enough. Oldest is coming home today. We're going to a concert tomorrow night. It's
What
girls'
concert?
night. We want to see Megan Maroney.
Of course.
Yes.
It'll be a girls' night. I'm excited. So, anyway, welcome and thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Hold on. Tell who you are.
I'm Margaret Ligon. I'm one of the visitors out of Valdosta today. One of my friend Alan Harrison, who's also my Sunday school teacher when I was in grad school at Georgia College. Finished my master's 10 years in May.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, see, athletic trainer. She is one of the most demanded occupation in our industry right now. You have all the cards. We can't find them anyway.
Well, I try, and thank you for the shout out. I'm also a Georgia Southern alumni.
Yes.
So I'm a Georgia Southern Eagle and a Georgia College Bobcat.
Love it.
And got dress free.
Yeah.
That too.
Yes.
That too.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Margaret is also Jimmy Eubank's niece.
Oh, okay.
Want to
All
wrap it up for you?
right, last one. We're finishing up.
Okay. Jennifer Pollard, Director of Lockerly Arboretum, and with an undergraduate degree from.
Where'd you go?
I can only afford $1 because tuition is really expensive, but I'm very happy to tell you that in 45 days, I will graduate from Johns Hopkins University with a master's degree.
Thank you all. That was awesome. And Linwood, hold on. Linwood, you had something to do with Ball County Schools for a while, didn't you?
And I'm extremely proud of this club, Dr. Price of Liberty, for the donation this club made to first graders. That's a critical need in our community. Thank all of the club members for their willingness to always step up and play when somebody comes and asks for support and help in the project. So thank everybody in the club. You're always willing to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Chandler. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You, Thompson. I want to say that I appreciate y'all letting me in this club. I'm very proud to be part of it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Yes, sir.
Donate to the cause, but welcome. And media executive for over 20 years, primarily in the Pacific Northwest. And yeah, like everyone, spending time with grandchildren and that type of thing. I had the opportunity last week in Nashville, so lots of fun there. So appreciative of that. I'm Frank Perea, publisher of the Union Reporter.
Great. Well, I'm gonna let Jay tap us up for our fundraiser today. That'd be great. This is awesome. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to all of our guests.
And I hope you got a great feel for this today. If you get a welcome like this everywhere, man, you'll be doing great, all right? We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. We all, and you got a banker here, insurance, financial advisor, realtor, you got it all right here. One-stop shop, all right? Thanks, everybody. Great job. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
And now with 6 minutes left at our meeting.
Oh, man, that's great because I don't really have a voice either. All this pollen's about to kill me. Really what I want to do is just do an update where we're at with the foundation giving and everything. I was going to show a little video, but that shows what global grants can go two ways. You know, we can, you know, you hear all about global grants and they go out to other countries and everything else. Well, the opposite can happen. It can actually take place in the United States. And if you get a chance, go on Rotary.org. You don't even have to go on my Rotary. If you go on Rotary.org, you'll look up Power of Light. It's about a Navajo reservation in New Mexico. You know, it covers about 3 states and everything out here in the West. They're about 100, you know, probably 200 yards away from power, and they can't get it because it's going to cost over $30,000 just to get it to come across federal land, and they've got to jump through hoops and everything else. So what one of the Rotary clubs out in Colorado did was they did a grant and everything else, and they went and did solar power cells and put lights in some of these houses so that people would be able to live. You know, there's a video here is this gentleman makes jewelry and everything else, and he can't make it except when the sunlight comes through the window. Now he's got solar lights and he can do it 24 hours a day now if he wants to. But that's just part of the power of us giving to the foundation. I talked a little bit about the history in a previous meeting. I've talked a little bit about grants and everything else in another meeting. Today, right now, with our giving, excuse me, with our giving, our goal is about $14,000 on the annual fund. Where we sit at right now is a little over $11,000. So we're a little less than $3,000 away from our goal. Polio Plus, we were at $400, depending on what we come out with now. So that should be significantly higher. Our goal on that is $1,000. Just a little bit of information. Total Rotary Foundation giving in our club, we're at 95.5% or 95.8%. There's 2 members that have not met the minimum $25. That's the reason why we're just under, and it's nothing against them or anything like that. You know, that's totally up to them as far as what they want to do. You know, Rotary asks that you give $25, and that's all that they ask for you to give. It's $25. But if you figure 1.4 million people in the world gives $25, look at the amount of money you got. It's a tremendous amount. So, you know, the money that we take up, the money that we send to the foundation, the more that we do, you know, we did over $15,000 last year in our club. We did over $14,000 the year before. Think about it. You get a quarter of that when it's all broken down. You get a quarter of that back in 3 years to do whatever you want to. I know we do it towards Jill's books and everything else, but you can actually do it. You can use some of that money. You can do Jill's books, and if you have any left over, you can do other projects. There's other things. If you've got anything that you have in mind that you want to do, I'm trying to make this quick. But, you know, that's just something to think about. But like I said, the more you give, and I'm not asking you to give a bunch of money or anything else like that, but the more that you give to the foundation, the more money we have to do the great things that we already do in this community and everything else. Unfortunately, I don't live here. My name's Herschel Scott. I'm actually from Sandersville, Georgia. I travel every Thursday over to this club because I love this club. This club's been very good to me. They took me in. I could be, I was president over at the Centersville Club back in 15, 16, and to be quite honest with you, I thought this club was like that. That's just my personal opinion. And so I'm gonna travel every Thursday to come over here and come to this club every week, if I can. But anyway, right now, I really want to recognize some people, get some long overdue recognitions of recognizing people in this club for giving and everything else. And I know probably most of them are not here today, but we can at least get the ones that are here recognized and everything as far as that. These, and this here is just recognition of people that have given money and everything as far as their Paul Harris Fellows that you get every year for doing $1,000. So first person I'm gonna call is actually now a Paul Harris Fellow +1, Ms. Dawn Adams. The next person. All right.
Is
Hang out up here if you want. I don't know if
Okay.
anybody wants to take a picture.
I don't know if anybody needs a
The
picture.
next person is Paul Harris Fellow +1, Stephanie Johnson. All right, the next person I want to recognize is actually, like I said, these are long overdue recognitions, is actually Paul Harris Fellow +1 and also a Paul Harris Fellow +2, and that's Jay Woocher. All right, this person here really doesn't need any introduction, but he does a tremendous job in this club. And he is now at Paul Harris Fellow +2, and then also a Paul Harris Fellow +3, and that's Fred Edmonds. Now, this person here is a really, really good member, really good friend of mine and everything else. Kristen Villarreal. And this individual here is also a Paul Harris Fellow +3, Mr. Jeff Gray. Yeah. Okay. I need to get over there. No, it's just- I do.
Now I can like this. Like 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. I got backup photos. Thank y'all all very much. Right. So that's pretty much all I have. If anybody has a question, I'll be glad to ask. One thing you might want to think about is whatever you gave to Polio Plus, Jay, you might want to get numbers down or get names and everything. Individuals, we can do it. We can do that towards donations towards the foundation on the individual side of it too.
I can give you the total of what we just gave to that.
Anybody that's given, just give us give me a name. Everything, get with me or whatever. Give me your name that you gave to the polio. That's fine. Just shoot me an email, whatever. And let me know that you gave to the Polio Plus Foundation, and I can get that applied towards Paul Harris Fellow. Okay.
Herschel, I think you said we had 400.
He has 400.
And then we needed 1,000. What's our total today there, Dawn?
586.
586 today.
My grandson won his first baseball tournament.
$91.
$9.
Yes.
Nice.
Georgia College graduates gave $1 each.
Nice. Okay, thank you, Herschel. All right.
Appreciate it, though. I
Thanks,
really,
sir.
really couldn't talk.
Got it. Okay, Margaret, Mark, Carly, Christy, thank y'all for coming and visiting today. And y'all know I gotta have a quote. The Rotary way is to light a candle. I light a candle, you light one, 1.2 million Rotarians light one. Together, we light up the world. Have a great day.
I can't handle it. It's too much.
Yes.